I'm Geoff Benge, and I fix and build guitars. We had the guitar around the house, and as a little kid, I continued playing it, and then at one point, I wanted to learn to get to the next step. And I kind of, I had aspirations to like get an electric guitar and learn how to play electric guitar. So I signed up for lessons at the local place and took it a little more seriously than the 3 chords that I had learned from my dad when I was 6 years old. Around that time, I had a music class in junior high where there was an assignment to make a musical instrument. I made a thing that was sort of like a lap steel guitar. It had a pickup on it, and I made out of a speaker plugged into a tape deck, and it wasn't a terribly musical thing, but it made sound. Some of the best work that I ever do, no one should be able to know it was done. If something has what we call lacquer checks, little cracks in the lacquer or something like that, it devalues an instrument to try to change that and refinish it. We don't do that. We try to maintain its story and whatever time has done to it. One repair that I do a lot of is to reset the neck on an old guitar. I refret a lot of guitars because frets wear out and necks get bowed. And so to fix those 2 problems, we have to pull the frets out and correct a neck by heat pressing it or sanding it. Some guitars are made where there's a really cut and dried method to do that. But there's some other kinds of guitars that people basically say, well, you can't reset the neck on that Yamaha, it's doweled in. Instead of just giving up, sometimes we say, hey, well, what if this isn't as cosmetically perfect as it otherwise might be because there's a little bit of a mystery about it, and let's take this guitar apart and fix that. And in most cases, cosmetically, they still turn out great. But sometimes you have to do a little bit of research and figure it out and go slowly. It involves heat and steam and being a little bit of a detective and trying to reverse engineer what's there. But a lot of these things can be taken apart. And when you take something that is a 60s or older guitar even, or whatever, a lot of old Martins that come in from the early 70s that need neck resets. And those guitars are in rough shape. You really can't play them. They don't sound good. You fix all that stuff and you hand it back to somebody. I mean, it sounds better than a new guitar by a long shot, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful thing.